A Money Mo, and we are live on the YouTube. And you guys, it's been a minute since you've seen us. You know how the holidays get. We were a little under the weather, but we are 100% and we're back. And you know what else is back? Unrivaled. Yes, Unrivaled season 2 is back. And if you're new, I'm going to break down a little bit of what Unrivaled is, okay? Unrivaled is a 3-on-3 league started by Nafisha Collier and Brianna Stewart. And season 1, there were a total of 6 teams. No, was it 6 teams? Yeah, I believe it's 2 more teams that were added. Okay, so I don't know why I can't count today, but the 2 new teams that were added to Unrivaled was Hive Basketball Club and Breeze Basketball Club. Okay, and we have the returning Lunar Owls, we have the Rose Basketball Club, we have Vinyl, um, we have Phantom, and I feel like I'm missing one more. It's not coming to me. And Laces, yes. So those were all the teams for Unrivaled. Um, it was kind of a weird start time that they had on Monday. It was like game on at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning our time. So it was like 1 p.m. Eastern, and then they had an 8 p.m. Eastern. But hopefully they change the time soon because I want to see both sets of games. But yeah, it's basically a 3-on-3 league with some of the top 1% of the best players in the WNBA. Um, I really like it. And just from watching last season, I have a few keys for a successful Unrivaled run. Okay. And I think it's really simple 3 keys. I think since it's 3-on-3, you have to have the best combination out there. That's the major key. The second one is the third quarter. The third quarter is very essential, is very important because that third quarter determines the winning score. So you want to keep the game close because at the end of the third quarter, they take the winning score, the team that has the lead, and add 11 points to it, and that's technically your winning score. So those were the 2 keys. And another one, honestly, is having better your better one-on-one players out there in that fourth quarter to get baskets and to get people going. Okay. But there are some players that are returning to Unrivaled that I'm really interested in seeing. And one of them is the point guard, Chelsea Gray. Um, Another one I really like is Aaliyah Edwards. And I'm gonna just say one more. It's another one. Oh yeah, Jackie Young. Those 3 are returning players that thrived last season, and I think they're going to do the same this season. And I like the new additions that they have with Kelsey Plum, Kiki Eferin, Sonia Citron. Like, it's a really great league. And the one thing I like about this league is kind of like a iron sharpens iron mentality. Like, this is the off season and all of these players are going to get better because they're playing against the best. And it was proven with the players from last season, like for example, Kate Martin, Natasha Cloud, and Azare Stevens, like their numbers improved after one season of Unrivaled. So let's just imagine what a lot of those players are going to do this next coming WNBA season if we have one. Okay. But enough of that. I kind of want to get into like some of the notes that I took from the game. Okay. And I saw the last 2 games that day. So I saw the Lunar Owls versus Rose Basketball Club, and I seen Phantom versus Breeze. Okay. So I kind of want to dig into that Lunar Owls versus Rose. Um, the Lunar Owls were very short-handed with players because Skylar Diggins was out due to injury, and as you know, Nafisha Collier is out for the entire season. She had to get, I believe, surgery on a lower leg injury that she had, so she's out for the season. Okay, but I was surprised that the Lunar Owls lost by that much. But at the same time, I'm not because Skylar and Nafisha is a big part of their teams. But Aaliyah Edwards really stepped up and she had really great numbers. And that's one player that I'm expecting to really thrive this season, especially with that group. I hope that they get Skylar Diggins back and she becomes healthy. Okay. And Marina Mayberry was hooping. It was one point at the game and during the game where Aaliyah Edwards and Marina Mayberry, they had like about 80% of that team's points. They were the reason why that team was up or will even have buckets. Okay, because the next player behind them was Rebecca Allen. Even though she kind of had like a quiet game compared to those two, she kind of stepped it up a little bit. I'm expecting her to pick it up a little more too, especially since Nafisha Collier is out. Okay, um, but the returning champs, the Rose Basketball Club, they was hooping. Chelsea Gray, 35 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. The point guard, just hooping. Like, but we knew this though. We knew this. I feel like they didn't miss a beat, and with them adding Shakira Austin and Azare Stevens was getting up good buckets. That was good, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to back. They look really good right now, and even though they're not going to have Kalia Copper out due to injury, I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be all right, but if I think right now Rose is the team to beat. Okay, but that was a good game, even though the Rose beat them by 20. It was just good to see them all out there. Um, I really want to dig into this Phantom Basketball Club and this Breeze Basketball Club matchup, Plex. I do. I want to get into it because last year Phantom they didn't have a really good season, and even though they're around, they have a talented. All these teams have talented players. I feel like they didn't have the season they were expected to have, even though they had a great roster. And I think this season their roster improved so much across the board because they have solid perimeter players that play both offense and defense efficiently in Natasha Cloud and Kelsey Plum, okay? And they have Tip. Those three guards, they play defense. And they can also get you a bucket too. And I also like the size that Phantom has with Aaliyah Boston and Kiki Ephraim, okay? So they play Breeze, and I like that versatile group of Phantom. And like when you look at Breeze, they're young, they're fast, and very exciting to watch. Paige had a coming out party. She had 24 points. Um, I really like how the Breeze is was set up and how they were running a lot of pick and roll, and Paige was getting a lot of shots in that area. And I feel like Paige kind of reminds me of Carmelo Anthony in a way because she finds that sweet spot at that elbow area, hitting that 15 to 17 footer. She could drive to the basket and she could shoot the three. Even though that team is young, they are going to be tough to beat because they just play with this fun, fast energy, and they're going to give you a fight. Honestly, the Phantom came up short because I felt like they were trading a lot of baskets, in my opinion. I felt like if they would have picked the defense up a little early, it would have been a totally different game. But I feel like from watching that game, I think the game plan, if you was to play against the Breeze, would be to stop Paige or contain Paige. I think that would be the key to beat the Breeze because I feel like everything runs around her. But I really good season.
Lost you.
I know he probably liked the breeze too. If I know my producer well, I think those are the two teams he's really gonna like, and he's gonna tell me to make sure I give the stats of those two teams. Which I'm just gonna call it for him now. But for me, I got to stick with my Lunar Owls. Um, I like the way the Mist look this season too, and I also like Phantom. I like the size. I like all of it, but honestly, like all the teams. But those are the three teams that I really want to see more in action. Um, if you want to catch the unrivaled games, okay, they play on Mondays and Saturdays, okay, and if you're like, oh, like where do they play? They play on TNT. Oh, I don't have cable. They play on HBO Max. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. I need everybody to tap in and watch that, okay? And yeah, I think I want to do something different too, where like I follow some of the players and give like a report and like a breakdown of them, especially the newbies, because there are a couple of newbies that joined the league this year, and I think they're going to have really good breakout seasons next year in the W, or just stack on to those seasons that they had last year, because I think this league really helps the players out individually for their one-on-one game, because you're working both sides of the ball. Okay, but I don't want to get into the X's and O's of that right now. I'm gonna save that for a whole nother day. I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you guys know that Unrivaled is back. Tune in every Monday and Saturday to watch games. And in the middle of the week, we're going to be giving you guys recaps, and we're going to just update you guys on all the good stuff. Don't forget to put in the comments things you want us to talk about, players you want me to follow and break their game down, because that's what I do. I love to look at the film. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and be sure to hit that bell so you won't miss any videos or